Hi, welcome to a new episode of our podcast, TI podcast. Today we've got a friend and another student, Gabriel. Gabriel, welcome to our podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me. Happy to be here talking with you.
We're happy having you as well. So probably for other people, of course, we know each other. I would call us good friends. Would you probably present yourself? What you do? What's
Right. So, like most said, my name is Gabriel, and I'm from Brazil. I am 22 years old, and I'm studying computer science at the TU Darmstadt. And I've been here in Germany now for almost 4 years, and I've had 1 year like preparation course, like Studienkolleg, and then I came to Darmstadt, and now I'm on my 6th semester. So
you're almost done?
Almost done. I mean, hopefully, kinda, maybe almost done.
Yeah, I think like 6 semesters are really unrealistic for finishing your study. But nice, so you came all the way from another continent to Darmstadt directly, or were you in some other city?
At first, when I got here in Germany, I was in a village called Mettingen in North Rhine-Westphalia, and like 12,000 people only. But the Studienkolleg there was really good, and it was a great experience actually, because there were like a lot of people from Latin America there. So it felt almost like home. It was not like true Germany. It was something different.
The people from Latin America have like a very interesting community. Like wherever you see them all together. It's unlike like if I think of some other regions like North Africa. For in my case, we're like kind of separated. But I think the language also helps a lot. Even for you Brazilians, like you still can communicate with them.
Yeah.
In most of the other cases, it's a little bit harder than it is. Nice. So it was a positive experience from the start.
Yeah. It was a very like very warm experience. Very very positive at the beginning. Like my first year in Germany was really really nice. Like
Was it because you found the people from the same culture, so it was kind of like you didn't have to experience this strong cultural shock? Like if you didn't find the people from near near countries, would it be different, or do you think it was just in general?
No, it would have been very different. I think if I hadn't found like people who are close to me, like close geographically, like Brazil and other countries from Latin America, it would have been harder, I guess, but also all right. I think it would end up being okay at the end.
But you never
but
know.
it was nice the way it is.
Yeah.
It was.
We'll take a break and I'll close the door because it's stupid. Seva, this is where you cut it out. 3, 2, 1, back to character.
And like I said, in Germany, or like in general, if you go somewhere in the world, you end up finding like Brazilians everywhere. So because there's so many of us.
Yeah, I would say the same about my country. But last time I met actually in Brazilian somewhere else. I was in Bulgaria. He was staying in the same hostel, and he was traveling with his wife actually all around the world. Seemed to be interesting people actually. They were like going around Bulgaria and then more to the side, and planning to go to Egypt, and from there it was an interesting person in general to talk to and see how he thinks about the world, because these are the people who I think he works remotely and travels around.
Okay.
It was a positive communication, I guess.
Yes.
Nice. So then you chose Darmstadt after that?
Yeah. After like doing this 1 year course of Studienkolleg, I looked some universities up, like best computer science courses in Germany, like rankings and stuff, you know, because I didn't have many any preferences like about the city, but I thought maybe, for example, Berlin is a huge city. Maybe I wouldn't it wouldn't be so easy to adapt there, like going from a 12,000 people village to a 4 million people city. So I thought maybe this size that Darmstadt has, like 160,000, I guess, people, that would be really nice. And so the process to get in the university also it wasn't that hard, like after the exam from the Studienkolleg, and so I chose. Yeah,
I think for me also I applied. Actually, I was too lazy to apply to universities. I directly applied to Hochschule Darmstadt, only that, and then just hoped for the best, and it worked just fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do the minimum and things go really well.
Yeah.
Great, but so you did Studienkolleg. Okay, yeah. I think a lot of people lately are coming for the masters or something. They don't know what Studienkolleg. Could you describe it a little bit? What you do there?
So it's basically a 1-year course to put you on the same level that the Germans have, that German kids have when they finish school. For example, I finished school in Brazil at 17 years old, and I think most Germans finish it at 18, I think. So it's like 1 extra year, and it's like very focused on what you want to do. Like I wanted computer science, so I had math, physics, chemistry, and German, of course. So
okay, I did the same actually. I was just wanted you to tell this story, because it was a long time for me.
You don't remember anymore?
No, I do.
You deleted all the memories.
I barely, because for us it was like, except the language, it was mostly repetition of things that we already did.
Okay.
So it wasn't really much. It was the hardest part was actually getting in, because you like a lot of people apply and then they pick like just some people. But nice.
No, the one where I got in, like shout out to Mettingen, it was really like it was thought to be a Brazilian / like Latin American in general Studienkolleg. So people from Latin America got in really easy, I guess. So
interesting.
That was the reason kind of I chose.
Okay, yeah. So, but I found it really interesting and good, because it teaches you more than the stuff themselves, like the knowledge itself. It teaches you things in German. So when you go to the university after, it's easier than people who just learn the language. Because if you just learn the language and then go to the university, your language is normally in general, like kind of you have basic knowledge of different topics, but it's not studying. It's not oriented towards studying. But in Studienkolleg you kind of have like maths, informatics, physics. Yeah. And so it's oriented toward like the same words you use while studying. That's
exactly what I thought as well, because I had the opportunity, like there was the possibility of maybe doing 1 year university in Brazil and then coming here, but I thought, well, maybe it's gonna be easier if I do this 1 year in Germany already. Then I start adapting to the country. I start learning these technical terms. Then the transition is better.
That was a smart move. Yeah, I think for us it's the same. If you do 1 year in university, you actually don't need the Studienkolleg. But it's really like it has more positive parts than negative, and especially if you are just gonna repeat things, so it's not a lot of stress about learning things, except some, but you can always have like more free time to adapt to the new place. So Darmstadt, then you moved to Darmstadt.
Yeah.
And then you were my neighbor, I think, directly.
I was. That was 1 semester after I moved.
Okay, so you were 1 semester in Darmstadt.
So, and actually at the beginning, my first month in Darmstadt was really hard for me. It was like one of the hardest moments of my life, because of the search for a place to live. Because in Darmstadt it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult to find a WG.
Yeah.
Maybe I think during Corona, of course, everything was
It got
different.
better, yeah.
But I got
in
here
general,
one semester before
Corona.
Corona, so I tried like sending
Wait.
applications, and I went to interviews, you know, like WG castings, and it was hard. Like I talked to a bunch of people, went to WG gesucht, tried everything, and I ended up staying in a hotel for a week, then in Airbnb from a Brazilian woman, like a random Brazilian woman. We found her, like, and she talked to us, and she said, "No, I have this Airbnb, and you know, she had, it was for a good price. So
Okay.
2 weeks there, so 1 week hotel, 2 weeks Airbnb. Then I think I ended up going back to the hotel for a week more, and then at the end, the Von service from the university had a place for me, like a WG at Noackstraße, which is supposed to be for how do you say it, Austausch, exchange students. But they said, no, you can live there one semester and that's all right. So I thought, thank God I have a place to live. I have an address. Like, imagine you're like writing forms, filling out forms and doing stuff, and you don't even know what to put as an address. You know, like you get the ticket, like the semester ticket, and like where do I get it? No, I needed to go to the university to get it because I didn't have an address.
That's
So
what you call a homeless, right? People who don't have addresses. No, but interesting because it's this. I think it's the same struggle, especially for international students in general. At first, to find, and Darmstadt is like the 9th most expensive and like rent in Germany for. I don't even get it, but yeah. So that's the struggle.
It's like why Darmstadt? Why is it like that?
No one really gets it, but that's just a fact. That's just how it is. Yeah, but it's a struggle at first. How did you? Okay, you got help from the university, but what would you recommend? Like, if someone is new here and struggling with the finding rent,
people have to try everything. Like all of the websites and all of the postings, like on the wall and stuff, and trying to talk to people and the service from the university. Like they were really the people who work there, they're really thoughtful, and they really try to help you. Of course, that's their job, and they have like they have lists of places, of possible places and stuff, so they really helped.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I had I stayed the first month in a place that didn't have electricity, so I had to bring extension cable from the corridor, and it was and then I found in the university some office where you could actually get help, and I got to live with a German family actually for 3 months, which saved my life because the room I had with no electricity was going just for 1 month and that's it. So I was gonna be just like you, like homeless in a hotel. But thank God, I think they try, like, even if it's tough, you can still get some help from like students organizations or the university. They do their best to help new incomers to Darmstadt. And now you've been in Darmstadt for?
A little more than 3 years. It's gonna be 4 in October. So yeah.
Oh, okay, so.
Oh no, sorry, that's in Germany. So in Darmstadt 1 year less. So
okay,
it's gonna be 3
years.
Yeah.
And you like it so far?
Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's not a huge city, but it's not a small place. So you have all the things you need, and if you need anything else, you go to Frankfurt, and so it's very practical. Also for having the airport around, like, because
that's true.
when I need to go back, when I want to visit my family, it's like I just take the bus, get to the airport. So
it's very close.
And the people here, like I said, there are a lot of Brazilians, and and the other people like you guys, like the neighbors here, like everyone was amazing so far. So
Thank you.
so
thank you.
I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me the same in Darmstadt. Like whenever I think of Darmstadt, it's just the faces. It's not really like city. It's kind of okay. It's also compact, so you don't really need to go somewhere else to look for things. Like mostly at least, but it's mostly it's also like the people who make the city more beautiful. And I remember the first time we were talking offline about the first time we got to meet and how nice it was, because I feel like we met you like at first we were just saying hi because we were neighbors, and at some point it just got we got too close, and you were always there when we do something, and just organically grew.
This this thing about the relationship with your neighbors, I know it's not like this for everyone. Like people, some people just live there. They have the VG. They know the people from their VG, and they know there are people who are around, like on the other neighboring VGs. But for me, it was like this complete different thing, like having you and the other guys around, and like finding you, like being lucky this way, like you know.
I think we're all lucky because we kind of
you know?
Even like with the other friends that we hang out with before, it was literally both sides were just ready for it, I think. And as soon as it's as you get like, sometimes you just sit outside drinking tea or something, then someone will come and start talking, then you find out normally in general people they are interested in mostly like the same things or like similar things. You can always find something in common, and it doesn't matter where culture or what they believe in or wherever. Just like as soon as you talk about something happy, they feel happy. If you talk about something sad, they have, I think it's just this readiness of having empathy toward the other and opening up also that creates this friendship.
yeah, because of course everyone wants to connect to people.
Yeah,
right?
it's
So you try to find, like I said, you try to find the same interests or like things to talk about, or do things together, like playing football, like we do sometimes. So it's nice. I think I got very lucky. That's my
but
thought.
I think
So.
we're all lucky, to be honest. Because also you're a great person. Hashtag being nice to people. No, but it was really nice. I was talking to a friend before, and I was just wondering why actually, like if I watch something and I like it, and if I ask someone and someone knows it, I get too excited. And I was like, why do I get excited? Although it doesn't really add any value, but it's kind of it's something that gathers you. That's something that you're not alone in. That's at least what the friend tried to explain. They're like my, how do you say that, this old wise man you go to up in the mountain and wonder about life. No, but I found it very interesting because I feel like also like for us when we watch things together and we realize, okay, we like this, and you find a lot of things in common. Like we don't, it could be sports, it could be movies or series, it could be, I don't know, just like going out doing something. And it's easy to find, like, of course we could focus on the differences in each thing, but it's really easy to find something in common and just enjoy it and forget about the world, especially nowadays how things are so messy around.
I think I like I said, I got lucky with friends, with company, but I also think I try to find people, a lot. I want to connect, I want to get to know people. So, and I'm not the most outgoing person. I'm actually like very like an introvert. But when you really find someone who shares interests with you, and it's and they're a good person to talk to and do things together, it's really
but
nice.
I think your readiness is so impressive, because I remember once we were up the stairs, like we were hanging out, and then you were like you heard something that sounded like Latino music, and you were like, I'm gonna go there and see what's up, and I was like, oh god, that I respect that, but I can never do it. I would never go just because I thought I heard something that is familiar. So you're like
some Brazilians I met here. I met them like the same way. I thought, like I've heard. I heard Brazilian music and I thought I'm gonna check this out, and like what who are these people?
Who are you?
Yeah.
As soon as you say hi in Brazilian, it gets easy. One question about, because you talk like partially knowing you also, I know that you're like mostly in a diverse community, but you also hang out with people that are like from the same culture. How do you plan it like to keep this
this balance
between?
Yeah, I think about it sometimes because when I'm on the other side of the ocean, you know, I'm like in a totally different place. So of course it's nice to hang out with people from Brazil or Latin America in general, and but I also like to meet other people and hang out with other people. So I try to find this balance and
the fine line between both.
Fine line, and it's very you need to think about the strategy, you know. It's like it's mostly I go
you just
with
have a Coca-Cola glass and you walk and you start speaking. That's how you do it. No, it's interesting because we were also like the language switch actually probably activates different personalities. I always have a feeling like when I'm talking German or English or my language, it is always different. Like slightly different, if not too different.
I think I've read about it sometime. Yeah, there's people. I feel kind of it's different. Like Spanish is one thing, Portuguese is one thing, German, English it's different. Like it's not like you're a completely different person, but the way you can express yourself changes the way you will express yourself, kind of. You know,
yes, it's okay. You mean that the words kind of that you know or that you use more often decide what you talk about,
and then the way you feel as well. So
yeah, because at first, like for me at least with German, I was very insecure, and I was like the shy guy, and then when I speak Moroccan or something, I'm not that shy. Well, I'm still shy, but not as much, and so it was kind of deciding how you are, like what personality or persona you kind of play. Interesting. So how are you actually? Because I only know you in English mostly. How are you in Brazilian?
Well, I guess I joke more in when I speak Portuguese because the jokes they flow better, you know, like because of the whole cultural thing. So you are Brazilians, you know, they will get your jokes, you know, they have kind of the same sense of humor. So that's how I feel when I'm speaking Portuguese, when I'm with people from Brazil.
And do you translate the jokes sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I try to translate it, but it doesn't always land perfectly because it's different, like different languages, different cultures. So but then in English I think it's I think I'm more neutral. I don't know, it's like the most basic one. It's like I'm speaking and being myself, but not
you're just not funny.
Oh
you see, I can be funny. No, I just like bullying in English. I think I'm a big bully in English.
And then I don't know if we go to German, then I feel like I said, I feel a bit more insecure. Maybe it's not my best one. It's not like English and Portuguese. And then if we go to Spanish, then it's like all over the place because I don't speak it very well. But we understand, like, you know,
you can say things that other people understand.
Yeah, but it's like I'm always like, how do you say that word? Or like asking the friend Juan, do you say this or do you say that or
you can't tell a joke if you're not sure. So, no, I used to I still do. I translate jokes and you get lucky in one, right, where the other person thinks it's very funny and it's like it lands exactly as the other language, but then 100 other jokes just go really bad, and then you're like, oh, I should stop at some point. But then you come back to the one again, and get motivated. But I think like mostly it is the background of the like culture. Like if a joke is culturally criticizing or whatever, you need this background of knowing why this. And my trick now is I give a background before, and then I explain and make sure the person gets the background, and then. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, but that's how far I got with that. So.
That makes sense. Like first, like not explaining the joke, of course, because that kills it. But explaining the context, the background, then people.
Talking about jokes, do you feel like telling us the joke? You can give us a background, and I promise I'll try to laugh. So.
Oh my god, man! But. Out of nowhere like that, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do in English. I'm so putting on spot guy.
Man, I really need to think.
Okay, no pressure. Just
no pressure. No.
Time
pressure.
is running. Or what would you joke? Because mostly like in Morocco we joke around the reactions or things that our culture has, which we are aware of, like things that you shouldn't do, like being late or being lazy. Like we have this joke of two lazy guys in the room, right? And the lamp goes broken. They have to change it, and they're both too lazy, so they play for who gets to bring the lamp from the store, and then the other one has to put it. Then the one brings it, and the one has to pull him up, and when he gets to put the lamp, he's like, turn. He asks the other guy to turn because he's too lazy to move his head. So we joke around these things where like we make fun of ourselves, and I think it's really it makes the culture bearable.
Yeah, but the way you asked me to tell a joke, it made me think about it. Actually, I don't usually tell jokes like
ready
these stories, but I usually try to think about something funny, on the spot. Like a wordplay or something like that.
Okay,
especially wordplay. That's something that, of course, you do that better in your mother language.
Okay,
so
I think in English I do mostly try to actually like just. Find the fun in the situation. I think in Moroccan I would mostly just use old ones, but it helps me because sometimes like the joke is already famous. You don't have to tell it. You just can use it. You use the punchline of the joke. So
people already get it, right?
You just say the part and then it's kind of. I think humor is also very cultural. Like it's very different because when I came to Germany. I think one of the first jokes was how would you like two hunters met each other, both dead, and then met should be like also to get like it's the same word, it's a word play, and I was like cool.
The Germans they
I found it very hard to actually grasp on what's funny about that, but then slowly you get, I don't know, it's just you get Germanized, all the media going on. You get Germanized and then you kind of start laughing, finding things more fun, I guess.
Sometimes people say, it's just German humor. It's no laughing matter. It's serious, man.
It's serious jokes. No, I think I've like slowly I started finding some. I don't know if it's the jokes, the old jokes that I didn't find funny, but I started finding people that when they say things and when you finally check on it and you're like, okay, that's actually funny. But it takes a lot of time, and also the other way around, because like sometimes I say something that in my country would be so funny. And people are like looking at you in a weird, but you get it. They don't have the background of that, right? But
sometimes I totally understand that. Like you say something and you think like people are gonna, man, this is gonna be a good one. Like, man, I'm gonna get the whole room laughing. What? And then people look at you like, what?
Yeah, it's really awkward when they ask you what do you mean and you don't even know what you mean. You just said it because you thought it was funny. then you're like, oh, okay, I wasn't ready for this question. No comments. No, thanks a lot. I think we covered pretty much how a student's life goes around, and it was nice chatting with a friend finally.
Yeah,
Like the other ones, I didn't know. This one, the first friend. No, it's good.
Nice talking to you. Nice being here.
Yeah. Hopefully, you get to learn something from Gabriel. He's a very
hopefully
ongoing person, and that helped him a lot in actually having a social life. And I heard you're doing really well with your study lately, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, sixth semester. I should be done. Not done. But it's going. It's alright.
That's good. No, we're glad to hear that, and everyone who's watching us is also very glad to hear that you're doing well and rubbing it in our faces. Thanks for coming. Thank you for watching, and hope you liked it. As they say, subscribe, like, share with your family, and stay tuned for the next one. Right? Thanks, Gabriel, for coming, and
thank you.
see you soon. Bye.